please feel free to do so. Stop with the applause. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. So if you haven't noticed, some people have started already using the emojis at the bottom of the screen. As we move forward in this lovely space, there's lots of ways you can sort of interact. One of the ways is the emoji symbols at the bottom of the screen. And you notice, as you probably heard, which I just found out literally like 6 minutes ago, that if you use the little applause symbol, which is the hands that look like they're washing themselves, I guess, with the little spring, it actually makes a noise. If you click it once, one little applauding hand will go up. If you click it multiple times, many applauding hands will go up. You're appreciating what you're seeing. Please you're good at it already. Good for you. There's also and hearing even, you heard that. Now, it might be helpful to the artist if we kinda save those till the end of each of the given pieces, but I'm not gonna step on your expression. This is a free space. This is an open space. This is a safe space. Please share your love whenever you feel like doing it. Theater rules, maybe wait till the piece is done, but again, it's your computer. It's your life. It's your world. You make the rules, you break them. So, there are going to be many artists sharing their work with you this evening. Puppetry, a lot of there's some theologians, some anthropologists, some folks who believe that puppetry was actually the first way that humans learned to communicate with one another before we had language and we had wanted to tell the tale of going out and foraging for food, and a pine cone would become the thing that was hunting them, and the stick would be them, and they would sit down by the fire and act out the story of the day. So kind of puppetry's always been part of who we are as people and humans. And today, you're going to have all kinds of different cultures presenting their narratives to you through the art of puppetry. How did this happen, you ask? Well, this particular puppet slam, which is a collection of said pieces, was brought together to by a very generous and gifted, kind fellow by the name of Sherwin Rackle. Sherwin, are you here?
I am here.
Hi. So tell everybody about how all this stuff came together.
So, during pandemic times, I discovered virtual puppet slams, and it's something that I fell in love with. Trinidad and the wider Caribbean, it's not something that we have down here, and with that, I contacted Puppet Slam Network, and they were gracious enough to give us, that Puppet Slam Network grant, so we could do this, so we could bring this to everyone. Um, Instead of doing a straightforward slam, we decided to do a mentorship because there are a lot of people around Trinidad and the Caribbean that don't know what a slam is and have never experienced that. So we decided to pair them up with some of the most talented people that I could find, to learn about puppet slams and make these awesome short films and live pieces that they're going to show tonight. Yeah, and they all did very
Woohoo!
well. Yeah, you all did very well, and I can't say how amazed I am at what you guys did in 5 weeks. Some of those pieces are very, very well put together, and even the puppets, when you see it, you're gonna love it. Welcome everybody to Puppets of Irie.
Woohoo! Puppets of Irie. So, as Sherwin just said, we're going to get some pieces that were literally just created over the last 5 weeks for this event. There's going to be a couple of pieces that we're going to see some from some ringers that have done stuff in the past that are bringing it to the fore to present to you guys today. And actually, some of the folks who have come uh, to bring their works to us are a sort of an ensemble almost of their own, a collection of puppeteers specifically from Uruguay, and we're tuteled, if you will, under the tutelage of Mr. Rafael Kurji, who's here today. So thank you for bringing the talents of these wonderful puppeteers, uh, not only helping them further their creative abilities, but then whatever encouragement happened to make sure that they're here sharing their arts with us today. Speaking of which, let's just get it started. I talked to you about one of those ringers. You're actually going to see her later in today's event, but you're going to experience her artistry first. Please welcome to your screens uh, the piece Bunny Love featuring Pam Severns.
When I'm alone and I'm dreaming, after a long day's done, memories of past happy hours bring hope of new joys to come. Dreaming, dreaming of you in the firelight's glow. Sweetheart, I want you to always know. Each night I dream of you. Scheming our plans for the future. Hoping to have and to hold you. Parting slowly through. Wearing our little love next time, be happy with you. Tired Lord, then what comes after is sweet baby laughter and tiny feet pattering the floor. Dreaming, dreaming of you all night. Counting the days till our sweet come true. Sharing my dreams with you. Wearing our little lives, I'll be happy with you. I adore you. Let what comes after bring sweet baby laughter and tiny feet catching the floor. I'm dreaming, dreaming of you all along night through. Counting the days till our schemes come true. Sharing my dreams with you.
I'm sure Pam appreciates your digital applause. Again, that was Bunny Love. You will be hearing from Pam Severns later on in the presentation. In the meantime, as Sharon was saying, a lot of folks kind of got mentored over this process of the 5 weeks, creating shows that you're going to see this evening, pieces that you're going to see, including one of a very talented group of puppeteers who vacillate between Atlanta and California. This gentleman's name is Raymond Carr. Raymond has been doing a lot of work. Began his work in Atlanta. He's also worked with the Jim Henson Company. He's been performing puppets for more than 20 years. He's traveled pretty much every major city in North America and parts of Europe, working on all kinds of productions. He's done animatronics, Muppet style puppetry, motion capture, digital puppetry, traditional theater puppetry, and he also serves on the board of the Jim Henson Foundation. One of the artists was lucky enough to have him as a mentor, and actually we'll have him describe that and the process. So here's Raymond Carr.
Hey, I'm Raymond Carr, one of the mentors for this Puppet Slam. and I'm really excited about this piece. Valeria did an amazing job showcasing the music of her culture in a adorable comedic puppet slam piece that I really think you're gonna enjoy. I had very little to do with this because she's an amazing artist by herself. So have fun.
So the piece that he just referred to, Valeria will be performing Sueño Candombe. Candombe is a traditional music from Uruguay that is connected to the slave and freed slave culture. It's been around for a long time. She was very proud to involve that style of music in the piece. So again, please enjoy Sueño Candombe. So you notice it's my habit in Zoom land. I'm sure you all know this, but at least ASL for applause is this thing right here. So I have a tendency to just do it. So you got two pieces back to back to back right there. So the last piece you just saw, which you probably recognize the music, "Strangers in the Night," created performed by Raymond Carr with the assistance of Raymond Wade Tilton. Obviously, a pre-recorded piece in front of another audience. It was pretty amazing. And so glad that he shared his talents with us this evening. Before that, again, you saw Sueño Candombe by Valeria Yanez Giannatarrazio. She is a puppeteer in Uruguay, specifically Maldonado, I believe. I'm gonna get that right. Did I get that right? Yeah, Maldonado. She produces props for theater and carnival. Also founded a puppet company in 2004, La Tare, which apparently does many different forms of puppetry and puppet performance. So thank both of those artists from our hearts for sharing their stuff with us this evening. Speaking of which, moving on to more awesome puppetness. Kati brought a piece, also mentored by Michael. Is it Lamison? Is that how he says it? Somebody help me. Sherman, is it Lamison? I got thumbs up from Sherman. So Michael Lamison mentored Kati for this one. And there's a quote I have from him. So pardon me while I read it. Put on my fake reading glasses. It was a joy working with Kati. I was constantly taken by her creativity and the challenges she would set for herself. For this piece, she has taken a very intimate and personal subject and made an accessible and fun performance of it. So Kati wanted me to actually say, you should know this is based on a true story, an actual event, based on the day that Kati was born. So here is My Very First Valentine by Kati Yi.
Here is cruel Frederick, see, a horrid, wicked boy was he. He caught the flies, poor little things, and tore off their tiny wings. He killed the birds and broke the chairs and threw the kitten down the stairs. And oh, far worse than all beside, he whipped his Mary till she cried. The trough was full, and faithful Tray came out to drink one sultry day. He wagged his tail and wet his lip, when cruel Fred snatches up a whip and whipped poor Tray till he was sore, and kicked and whipped him more and more. At this good Tray grew very red and growled and bit him till he bled. Then you should only have been by to see how Fred did scream and cry. So Frederick had to go to bed. His leg was very sore and red. The doctor came and shook his head and made a very great to-do, and gave him a nasty physique too. But good dog Tray is happy now. He has no time to say "Bow wow." He seats himself by Frederick's chair and laughs to see the nice things there. The soup he swallows sup by sup, and eats the pies and puddings up.
So, obviously, you got two stories again. For one, the voice you heard narrating was the creator of the piece, Michael Amison. The other marionettist besides Michael was Wyatt Carson. That's an adaptation of a book colloquially referred to as The Stories of Shock-Headed Peter. And they're working on an entire group of pieces that will basically cover all of the stories in the book. And then, of course, you saw before that the puppeteer known as Katiki from Curacao. That, again, lovely piece created over the last 5 weeks about the day she was born. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you did as well. Moving on, there's lots more to enjoy this evening. Many more artists sharing with you today. Next, we are going to get kind of a bonus, if you will, from a puppeteer up here in the States, Sarah Nolan, a very talented puppeteer, received her degree at UConn, versed in many forms of puppetry. This particular piece she submitted for us and for your enjoyment is called Sifters. So please welcome Sarah Nolan with Sifters.
I'm ready.
Okay. And here we go.
Sound is a wave, like a wave on the ocean. Moon plays the ocean like a violin, pushing and pulling from shore to shore. Biggest melody you never heard before. if I were the night sky? What if I were the night sky? Here's my lullaby. My lullaby to leave by. Lullaby to leave by. If I were the night. What if we hadn't been born at the same time? What if you were 75 and I were 9? Would I come visit you? Bring you cookies in an old folks' home? Would you be there alone? And when the late summer lightning fires off in your arms, will I remember to breathe? No, I never will. If I could convince you that I mean you no harm, just wanna show you how not to need. If I were the night sky, here's my lullaby. My lullaby to leave by. If I were the night. What if we hadn't been each other at the same time? Would you tell me all the stories from when you're young and in your prime? Would I rock you to sleep? Would you tell me all the secrets you don't need to keep? Would I still miss you? Or would you then have been mine? Sound is a wave like a wave on the ocean. The moon plays the ocean like a violin.
That's our best piece. That's amazing. I love it. That's amazing. Sorry. Sometimes puppetry just turns me into a little kid again. So, not that all of these pieces wouldn't obviously be much more impressive if we had the luxury of being able to be in person, but as you can see, the way that particular piece is shot, being in the space while she's performing it is a unique experience in and of itself, because that's just one big shower curtain, and all of the basic elements are glued to, cut from, painted on that one big shower curtain that she's sliding and folding on an overhead projector. And I'm sure all of you, well, some of you young folks may not know what an overhead projector is, but it's basically a bed of light projected through a clear glass, then refracted through two lenses, so it kind of projects it up onto the screen. And it is the shadow puppeteer's friend, and she uses it to great effect in that piece. So again, Sarah Nolan, I really like that one. Sifters. So pretty cool so far, right? Pretty. Yeah, it's true. Sagan says puppeteers are single-handedly keeping overhead projectors alive, and he's right. They would have gone the way of the dodo if it weren't for silly people like us who play with things in the dark. Moving on, sharing more lovely artistry and mentors with you. One particular mentor who has made great strides in keeping puppetry vibrant and alive in many, many ways. Please welcome to the digital presentational screen, Jean Marie Keevens. Hi, Jean Marie.
Hey, how are you, Tyler?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. This is super fun.
It's kind of cool. We're all over the globe right now. That's amazing.
It's awesome.
It's amazing. The flip side of not getting to share a space is we get to share hundreds of spaces.
We do.
Tell us about Little Shadow and all the things that you guys do.
Sure. So my production company is called Little Shadow Productions. We're based in Brooklyn, New York, but we work all over the globe, which is super, super fun. Throughout COVID, we've been focused on our educational arm as well as some talks that we do. We have a huge library of talks, and they are in various languages. So please check them out with a variety of artists. And basically, if I'm curious about somebody, I ask them who they're curious about. And we put together a conversation between those two artists. So if you have any ideas, everybody feel free to hit me up. We always say yes, it's just how and when. And
as a participant and fan, they're really not only educational and amazingly interesting. They're really, really fun to just watch artists kind of banging heads and talking about their reflections of the world. It's really, really cool.
Oh, thanks for that, Tyler. Yeah, it is fun. Yours is really great. I really enjoyed you and Fergie chatting. Just saying.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, and in 2023, we're going to start doing new works again. So, it's an exciting time. And is it okay if I pimp Diego?
It's time to, because
Okay.
he's up next, so you gotta.
Okay, great. Because as you know, and I think why Sherwin brought me here in the first place is because I work at the O'Neill, where I help mentor new works and have worked with a lot of the beautiful people here. And I had the pleasure of working with Diego as well as Valeria, who I did not know I was going to get the bonus of working with because they performed together in Uruguay. And I just want to point out that what was so incredibly special about this experience, and I have had the pleasure of working with people who speak in all different languages all over the world, but we had to do this through the Zoom box. So we couldn't be in person and touching and smelling and tasting all of the same things. There was a different distance in between us. And we used Google Chat to communicate, and we would email back and forth, like, I saw this, or I was thinking about that. And it was really, really fascinating to work with him in this way.
Now, did you do that just in English, or did you wind up going back and forth?
We translated. So I would have, just like you and I have, one side of my screen would be the two of us, and then the other side of my screen would be two more boxes, one in English and one in Spanish. And I would write and translate and put it in the chat. And then he would write and we would translate and put it in the chat. And it was just amazing how, because of this technology, we were able to work together in a different way. And what I didn't understand right away was that he was telling a traditional story that I would not have understood because I don't come from that culture. So it was a really, really beautiful way to be able to mentor somebody purely through only talking about, what do you see? He was taking this traditional story, and I was just saying, as an American and as a human, this is what I'm getting. So it was a fascinating experience. And I'm so grateful to him for continuously trying new things and throwing out new ideas. And I can't wait to see where they landed, because I haven't seen the piece in a week. But,
oh, wow. You haven't seen it final? Oh, cool.
No, so I'm super excited for tonight. But I just wanted to thank Sherwin and Diego for this experience. Because of it, I got to learn to mentor in yet another way. And that was super cool. I'll stop talking.
Awesome.
But they're amazing.
As is Jean Marie Keevens. Jean Marie Keevens, everyone, thank you very much for coming up and talking with us. And do check out Little Shadow's stuff, because they're really keeping the art alive. She's doing wonderful things, and she set it up. So Diego Lopez with the piece that she hasn't seen in a week. I'm gonna feel bad if I Gueren y Eresena, is that Breastplate Heart is the loose translation. I hope I pronounced it okay. I'm getting nods, so it seems to be all right. Thank you for giving this Oklahoma boy with his not so great Spanish. Diego Lopez, everyone. Enjoy.
I love you. Abierto y digo amor, corazón, coraza, porque te siento y yo, corazón, hey, hey.
I really want to thank Jean Marie for leaving her camera on the whole time so I could watch her react to that, because that was pretty awesome. That was like a second show happening. Diego Lopez, that was awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Hot puppet flames rising to the sky. Okay, so the reason I'm appearing right now in this particular visage is because I just really want Pam to like me, and I know she has an affinity for, certain styles of rodent.
I date bunnies.
You do more than date. Jiminy
Oh
Christmas.
yes. Did you see the parent in the audience being horrified?
Well, again, things would have had to have been explained. So I think we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, kids don't get it. It goes
We're
right
fine.
over them. Yep.
And
it's a puppet slam. It's for grown-ups.
Why are there so many bunnies? There's a reason, and things had that. There we go. It's just the facts of life.
Bunny human hybrids. Very attractive.
How are you, Pam?
I'm good. Oh, you froze, Tyler.
Did I freeze, or did I Tyler freeze?
Oh, okay. That was a Tyler freeze right there. That's pretty good.
Am I back?
You're back.
Am I in motion? Can you hear me?
I see all your emotions right here. Yeah.
What's going on in your world? What interesting things are you doing right now?
Oh, I'm making lots of videos, which is really fun. using social media as the stage, but I had a really great time mentoring Jeba over the last few weeks, and yeah, she's very
So
inspiring.
how did you help? Did you help her come up with the idea for the piece, or did you simply help her refine how it was achieved, or both?
She came in just super focused, like she knew exactly what she wanted, and I could tell she could like see it in her mind's eye. So I just helped guide her a little bit and kind of got out of the way because she had a vision for sure and is clearly an incredible builder, as you will see.
Will I?
You
Will
will.
we?
She works with plastics.
And if you had to kind of sort of boil down the experience into, well, number one, would you do it again? Would you do it again? Would you like to mentor again if something like this came
Yeah,
up?
absolutely, I would.
And what was the thing that surprised you the most about this journey?
What surprised me the most about this journey?
Like, I didn't think that, or well, I expected this to happen, but it was blah, or what, I don't know.
I think it was that her medium is plastic. Like she
Right?
takes these plastic sheets, which have a name that I can't remember, and shapes things out of them. And I don't think I was aware of this whole world of
So
plastic in a medium.
a whole new technique and medium
Yeah, it's really
thrust into your
fascinating.
face. That's
Right,
awesome.
and her act is also in water, which I had not.
No spoilers, Pam.
Sorry, everybody. I just
What the? Well,
it's really
now,
cool.
well, now that we all know what's going to happen, just kidding. Please, thank you very much, Pam, for your participation, and thank you
Yes.
for your gift of the video earlier.
Oh, yeah, thank
I
you
know
for
I
doing
was
it.
terribly entertained.
Oh, should I set it up?
You want to do it?
Okay. So Jabra's piece is called Ophelia's Rebirth, and it's a scenic reconstruction based on the character Ophelia from Shakespeare's Hamlet. And Ophelia is brought back to life as a manatee. So now you have context.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
really cool. So enjoy.
Ophelia's Rebirth, everyone.
There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Oh, pray you, love, remember. And there is pansies. That's for thoughts. There's fennel for you. And columbines. There's room for you. And here's some for me. We may call it a grace of Sundays. There's a daisy. I will give you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end.
No rope is dead, go to the death.
pray, God. God be with you. Thanks to the moonlight and the water nymphs, now I will be able to live into the water, among herbs and flowers. I am no longer interested in Prince Hamlet or anyone else. Now I will seduce the whole world with my songs. La, 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 la,
What the heck? That was amazing. The coolest part too was that the fact that her phone kept trying to find focus when the smoke was going on, so it created like this third visual effect. That was amazing. That was very, very cool. God, yeah, that was awesome. I hope you've enjoyed the evening. We're coming up on what is basically our last piece, kind of a surprise piece. You've seen all the acts that were sort of curated during the time span leading up to this event, but now we've got kind of a special gift, if you will, someone who just wanted to share this work with you. It was created, or I should say, at least it was the head of creativity of this particular piece, Adam Credinger, who's a friend, family member of the Puppet Circle here in the States, kind of East Coast family centric, but everybody knows who he is. He's going through some tough times right now. We could talk about that later in the cocktail lounge if anybody's interested. I'm sure he wouldn't mind some support for what he and his family are going through. But in the meantime, he is sharing with us. Cameron Garrity, another creative fellow who kind of helped spearhead this particular endeavor, wrote down some words about the piece you're about to see, which I'm going to recite for you now. Pardon while I look down to read them. The title of this piece is Munchie's Fresh Start. It came from a Buffalo, New York 48-hour film project where literally people are tasked with creating a narrative with certain pieces they only get on a specific day, and then they have 48 hours to create a thing. This thing, I'm freezing. Am I freezing for everyone? Is everyone seeing me freezing? There, I'm back. Am I back? Did you hear everything I said? If you didn't, it's okay, because I'm really good at just like talking and repeating myself. So, this particular piece, created over 48 hours, was nominated for 13 awards at this particular festival. 13 festival awards. Created over a weekend. There will be another version coming out soon. They're calling the director's cut to Adam's Puppet Nerd channel, which is his YouTube channel, in October. So if you want to get more Munchie, you can get more Munchie in October. In the meantime, please enjoy Munchie's Fresh Start.
Wait, what time is it? It's time to go on a munchie quest! Hey kids, I'm Munchie Matigue. Why don't you join me on a breakfast adventure with Munchie Quest cereal? There's a delicious, nutritious fruit flavor in every bite. We'll journey from Kiwi Canyon to the Blueberry Beach all the way to the top of the Strawberry Mountain. And don't forget to fill out your very own special ID badge to show you're a certified taste traveler, just like me, Munchie Matigue.
Munchie Quest cereal.
Part of a complete breakfast. Ooh. Delicious and nutritious. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Breaking news. Outrage today following news of Munchie Quest cereal company's long-term failure to disclose the use of countless hazardous chemical ingredients in the family favorite breakfast food. Company executives say the cereal and its now disgraced mascot, Elton Munchie Matigue, will be immediately discontinued.
Oh my gosh.
In other news, Granny Chip
Oh
has
no.
celebrated her 100th
This is awful.
birthday. She'll be celebrating
no.
with her family and friends at
This is awful.
tomorrow at noon.
What am I gonna do? Hi, Dad. Yeah, I saw it. No, don't tell Mom, okay? Of course I didn't know. No, Margaret, we do not need a crisis management team. No, I do not want you to tweet thoughts and prayers from my account. No, Margaret. Oh, Bernie, finally, it's been weeks.
Hey, how you doing, kid?
This is awful. How long have we been lying to everyone?
Whoa, who do you think you were, Mother Teresa?
So some chemicals got mixed up in the food.
Oh, but Bernie...
Hey.
You never complained when you were cashing your checks.
Look, call me up when you land the next gig, okay?
He's right. I'm Munchie Matigue, and I'm gonna fix this. Morning of the commercial. I can't wait. Oh, Bernie. Hey, Bernie.
Kid, word on the street is you got a new hustle about to drop.
You're still gonna let old Bernie get his beak wet here, right?
Prove to everyone you change and then go back to where the real money is?
I know you, kid. It's why I know you're gonna make the right choice, too.
Well, I think you're right. It's time I take you on another breakfast adventure.
You mean it?
You bet. Do regular cereals leaving you wanting more out of your breakfast? Then do I have news for you. Hi, I'm Munchie Matigue, and I'm thrilled to share our brand new Fresh Start cereal. Every bite is so deliciously nutritious, you'll be ready to take on journeys that make you feel your best self. I guarantee it.
was the Munchie's Fresh Start, and this was the Puppets of Iere. We hope you had a good time. I know we did. Lots of folks to thank. First of all, here's all of your performers. Give them a big hand again. Woo! And if you want to contact any of them to create pieces for you, I'm sure we can make that happen in the cocktail lounge in a little bit. In the meantime, special thanks to Heather Henson and the Puppet Slam Network, Los Angeles Guild of Puppetry, Eugene O'Neill Theater Center. Big love and thanks to the Puppets of Iere team, Taylor Bebot, yourself, Tyler Bunch, Jean Marie Keevans, Ray McCarr, Pam Severns, Michael Lamison, and of course, it would not have been possible or even conceived or even existed without Sherwin Rackle. Sherwin Rackle, everybody. Thanks everybody who contributed over the past year, the last 5 weeks especially. Have a grand evening. Go mingle, meet some of this quote-unquote puppet tribe, and thank you guys for coming out and clicking on your digital screens and taking time to spend your evening with us. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I'm going to be having a drink in the cocktail bar. I don't know about the rest of you.
Change, give me big money wine. Dollar, 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 dollar. All night in the party, she said to me, all the time you're moving your body, sweet and sexy. I hear that your hip movement is really called a wine. I don't mess with alcohol, but that wine is fine. I love the way you sing, throwing weights like rain. Right now, I want to learn. Show me again. Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar, cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, looking good. Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar, yeah. Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. She says she don't like the pace. We going too slow. Like she want me rock up my waist and raise the tempo. Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar, cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. When I thought I showing off and she can't stand the grind, she ball. Leave out the small change, give me big money, wine, wine. Dollar, 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 dollar. That can't be no wine, Miss Lady. That is just a joke. Maybe I can't teach you properly.